Man, I'm excited. I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome back, everyone, to the channel. I hope that you are having a wonderful one out there. Thank you, as always, for joining me, whether you're here on a Saturday, a Sunday, a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, happy day. Every day should be a happy day, hopefully. Today, we are doing a full album listen. Fishbone. Second studio album, Truth and Soul, released 1988. Why are we listening to this? We're listening to this because this was suggested and sponsored by Ayumu Kasuga. Sorry, Ayumu Kasuga. Thank you so much for the recommendation. Thank you for the overwhelming support as well. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you. And this had also been suggested by quite a few of you as well. This album, TDCB Moore, TZ61, Burma Jones, and there may have been a few more of you because we did listen to Everyday Sunshine a little bit back ago, and some of you had been mentioning different songs, different albums, such as this one from the band. So there may be a few more of you, but those are at least the ones that I could see there. So thank you guys so much for the recommendation. Like I said, we've listened to Everyday Sunshine. I thought that was a cool track, kind of surprising. I didn't expect the direction there, which leads me to be interested in this album as well. And a lot of people in the comments had said that the band is very diverse in their sounds and their approaches. So I'm really curious to see, in a full album, the diversity of the music, where they go, what happens, etc., etc. So I hope that you guys are having a great one out there. Grab something to drink, grab something to eat. Here's the plugs. Get them out the way. I got a cup of maple green tea. Hold on, maple. It's apple tea, basically. It's fancy. It's apple tea from Canada. That's it. And it is good. It is great. So hope that you guys are having a great one. Hope that you have some time to carve out of your day to sit back, relax, and enjoy some music. So let's go ahead and do so with the following. With the first track, Freddy's Dead. First track on the album. Do I have that right? Hold on. Freddy's. Okay. Sometimes when I pull up the album on Spotify, sometimes it's like a different version, like a deluxe edition, remastered, or whatever it may be. And the track listing doesn't always line up to what the Wikipedia or even the Genius with the lyrics shows. So I just wanted to make sure that was actually lining up correctly. So Freddy's Dead, first track. Let's dive into it. And as always, my friends, this one's to you. Got to click it at the same time. There we go. Right into it. We are right into it. Look at those keys.
That's what I said. Let the man rip a bullet, said he sent him home. But his hope was a rope and he should have known. It's hard to understand. There was love in this man. I'm sure all would agree that his misery was so many things.
Well, we've got a lot. First minute.
That's what I said. Everybody's misused him, ripped him off and abused him. Another jughead plan, pushing dope with a man. A terrible blow, but that's how it goes. Freddy's on his one now. And if you wanna be a junkie, well, just remember. But sometimes I must confess, you can deal with rockets and dreams, but reality, what does it mean? Ain't a damn thing said, 'cause Freddy's dead.
I love those synths beneath it. The ambience. So heavy too. firecracker of the first track.
All I want is some peace of mind. With a little love, I'm trying to find. This could be such a beautiful world with a wonderful girl. Oh, Wonder Woman child, why can't we brothers protect one another? No one's serious, and it makes me furious. Fred is dead, don't be misled. Just think of Fred.
Why not throw a
Don't be
little bit?
misled, led. Just think of Fred. Everybody's misused him, ripped him off and abused him. Another jughead plan, pushing dope with a man. Fred is on the corner now. And if you wanna be a junkie, wow.
So ominous too, huh?
Fred is dead. Freddy. Fred is dead. Fred is dead. Yeah. Fred is dead. Woo. Fred is dead. Freddy. Fred is dead.
I don't think you can get better of an opening track than Freddy's Dead. It is a firecracker of a track. It is explosive with so many different sounds, so many different instruments happening. The funk rock bass, that guitar riff, ba bam bam, ba bam bam, ba bam bam, blah blah bam. Like that is so catchy. The singing, the ambient synths underneath everything, especially at the end, kind of breathing a more ominous tone. The drums just grooving, like the bass, like, and it's so steeped in its 80s sound. Like, for example, with the samplings that are happening throughout, like it has those quick kind of cut up samples, like in the beginning, kind of near the middle as well. The vocalizations are very cool. Like, there's just a lot happening. This reminds me of like a Faith No More, a living. Oh my God. You know the man I'm thinking of, living. You know who I'm thinking of, but it's just so cool how there's a lot of forethought I feel in this, with just the amount of things that are happening, the style of it all. There's just a lot of good happening in here, and the intro. It, at least to me, it just slaps you, throws you in a bath of cold water. There's no slow build up of ambient. No. They throw you into it, and they throw it into you hard. This is a heavy-handed opening track. Lead singer and saxophonist Angela Moore leading here. And I love like I said, the funk, the soul that he brings into the music, which does have an underlying current of soul. I can't help but see here that this track is actually a cover of a song from Curtis Mayfield. So, I mean, you can't help but hear that. And while I'm not familiar with the original, it is cool, and you can definitely hear how they've given this some sort of like funk rock energy. And you can hear those soul underlinings, like especially I would say in the back half, in the closing parts of the track where it kind of is coming down. To me, it's a little bit more obvious in those moments. But even if it's not, I mean, I think the band makes it quite obvious throughout. This is a really, really fantastic track. This is an opening. You know what I mean? like this to me is a perfect opening in that it shows off the style of the band. It shows off the what's the word? Not the pros, but like there's a word I'm thinking of, but it's gone. It shows off the band, right? Let's just leave it at that. Let's just leave it there. If I can't find the word, maybe the word to find us. Hey, Lord. Hey, yeah. Freddy's dead. Oh, that's what I said. Let the man rap a plan. Said he'd send him home. But his hope was a rope, and he should have known. He said he had a plan, but the hope was a rope. Hung himself on it. It's hard to understand there was love in this man. I'm sure we all agree that his misery was his woman and things. Freddy's dead, that's what I said. Everybody's misused him, ripped him off, and abused him. Another jughead plan pushing dope for the man. A terrible blow, but that's how it goes. Freddy's on the corner now, so Freddy's dealing drugs. If you want to be a junkie, well, just remember, Freddy's dead. Or maybe he could be dealing drugs, but he also could just be, as he says, a junkie. And now he's on the corner, and he went from the corner to the morgue. We're all built up with progress, but sometimes, I must confess, we can deal with rockets and dreams, but reality, what does it mean? And a damn thing's said because Freddy's dead. Like, it doesn't matter at this point, Freddy's gone. All I want is some peace of mind with a little love I'm trying to find. This could be such a beautiful world with a beautiful or a wonderful girl. Oh, I need a woman child. Why can't we brothers protect one another? No one's serious, and it makes me furious. Freddy's dead, don't be misled. Just think of Fred. Everybody's misused him, ripped him off, and abused him. Another jughead plan pushing dope for the man. He's on the corner, and if you want to be a junkie, well, Freddy's dead. Yeah, like it's basically a cautionary tale. Don't follow in the same steps as Freddy, because you will end up just like he did. Do you think Freddy was a freeloader?
Please clap.
That's a Miles Davis joke. Let's see. Regarding the Curtis Mayfield, originally it's the first single from his album Superfly. We listened to Curtis here on the channel. Let's see. Freddy's Dead appears in the film, an only instrumental arrangement without lyrics. And it goes on from there. And obviously Fishbone had covered it here as we just listened to. Let's dive into the next track here, which is going to be Ma and Pa. Here we go. It's kind of skying it up now. See, like already the genre changes, the diversity.
There once was a ma that wanted her. There once was a pa that wanted her. I know she's confused, she's my blood sister. Told me the blues that she's about to shiver. Only a child in the middle of a war. She's a hum child, not because of her divas. Hey, my pa, what the hell is wrong with y'all? Hey,
that's a fun chord swinging.
what the hell is wrong with y'all? Well, there's lots of monies for all the attorneys. Whoa, yes, not just a fight for child custody. 'Cause my
Like those
party
guitar
bitches make a
chords.
little sister believe. Busting in and fighting to a family life. Make her wanna take drugs and be outlined. Hey, my pa, what the hell is wrong with y'all? Hey, my pa, what the hell is wrong with y'all? Hey, my pa, what the hell is wrong with y'all? Hey, my pa, fight for love on an angel's feather. Why don't y'all get your together?
Nice rapping for the falsetto there.
Well, it's three the hard way, doing it the wrong way. Ma head pa, pa head's ma, little sister said, what the hey hey.
Wow.
Well, there's an evil streak there, with the rat just leak out there. Wow, that's why a child goes astray. To live a life another day. My man, I'm popping a family fury. Brother said, little sister, don't you worry. Hey, my pa, what the hell is wrong with y'all? Hey, my pa, what the hell is wrong with y'all? Hey, my pa, why the family rise and fall? Hey, my pa, well, it's three the hard way, doing it the wrong way. Ma hates pa, pa hates ma. Little sister say, what the hey? Hey, my pa, what the hell is wrong with y'all? Hey, my pa, what the hell is wrong with y'all? Hey, my pa, what the hell is wrong with y'all? Hey, my pa, fighting love on an angel's feather. Why don't y'all get your together?
It's a fun, bouncy song with a grim and unfortunate reality for many situation underlying in the lyrics. Can I just say something super quick? At about it's around 3 minutes, like right before, it was just a little quick snippet of a percussive break, and it made me it made me think of something. Let me see if it was right.
Hey, my Pa, what the hell
think it's
is
right
wrong
around
with y'all? Hey, my Pa,
Hold on.
what the hell is wrong
Bear with me.
with y'all? Hey, my Pa, what the hell is wrong with y'all? Hey, my
Maybe it's before this. It must have been before. Hold on. There. Okay. This little like few second moment right here, it reminded me of something.
Hates Pa, Pa hates Ma, little sister say, what the hey?
Okay, that little percussive break. I'm taking a little bit of a reach here, but it kind of reminded me of Marvin Gaye with What's Going On. It kind of took like, I don't know why, it sounded like that theme to an extent. I'm not saying like the notes sound the same or anything like that, or the music even sounds the same, obviously, but it gave me the same identity. It put it in the same lane where that particular song, that particular album, of course, what's going on, looking at these troubling things happening, what's happening. And the same thing, if you take the themes, Ma and Pa, what's happening with Ma and Pa? Like, what's going on with Ma and Pa? And Justin, like how in Marvin Gaye's situation, in Marvin Gaye's song, looking for that hope, looking for that savior from that. Here, I love the line where he's saying, let me pull it up here. Brother said, little sister, don't you worry. So, like, I think it's so cool how that theme is brought into the music here. The music is ska, it's bouncy, it's rhythmic, the bass is bubbling and hopping to and fro, the drums, da, 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 da. His rapping, his singing, his delivery is energetic, it's fun, the chorus is catchy. It sounds good, but it's the lyrics that tell a different tale. And I think that combination, that contrast just really works incredibly well here in this track because it's a fast one. It's fast, it's fleeting, it's fun. But if you listen to it, maybe it's not so fun. And once again, you have those little inclusions of like the synth in the back, a little bit of horn brought up in here. I like the guitar chords. They're very, very melodic and pleasant to listen to. But it's once again looking deeper beneath that. That you have something a little else going on. This is cool. And once again, like we're already in the second track getting a diversity of the sound of the band. While you can definitely hear their core, they expand outside of that. There once was a Ma that wanted her. There once was a Pa that wanted her. I know she's confused. She's my blood sister. She told me the blues as she starts to shiver. Only a child in the middle of a war. She's a problem child now because of a divorce. This is everything you need to know. This is setting you up with the story. This is setting you up with the plots. And then it's just moving forward from here. So we're reading this from the perspective of an older brother who's watching his little sister reeling, of course, from the upcoming divorce, or because this divorce that has happened, or as he says, in the middle of happening, it's the middle of this war. Hey, Ma and Pa, what's wrong with y'all? Hey, Ma and Pa, what the hell is wrong with y'all? Well, there's lots of money for all the attorneys, yes. Not just a fight for child custody, because Ma and Pa's revenge is making little sister bleed. Fussing and fighting through a family life, make her want to take drugs and be out of line. Hey, Ma and Pa, what the hell is wrong with you? So, like, as Ma and Pa are going through their thing, they're forgetting their children, and in particular, maybe the older brother who we're reading the perspective from understands and has the emotional capacity to understand and kind of work through it, maybe on his own, but not his little sister. So he realizes that. Hey, Mom and Pop, what's wrong with you? Fighting for love on an angel's feather. Why don't you all get your stuff together? Well, it's three the hard way, a doing it the wrong way. Ma hates Pa, Pa hates Ma. Little sister say, what the hey? There's an evil streak there with a righteous leak I fear. That's why a child goes astray to live a life another day. Mom and Pop in a family fury. Brother said, little sister, don't you worry. I love this line, and I mentioned it briefly before, but reading down this story, reading the lyrics, I love how there is this loving brotherly reassurance when if Ma and Pa won't step up and comfort their little girl, older brother steps in and says, don't worry, sis, we're going to be okay. And let's see, why'd the family rise and fall? And naturally the children are asking questions. All right, and the older brother, who we're reading the perspective from, is asking those questions. And then I misheard, but it kind of works still. In this line where it says, three the hard way, doing it the wrong way, Ma hates Pa, Pa hates Ma. What I thought I heard was Ma hits Pa and Pa hits Ma. And I wasn't looking at the lyrics at that exact moment, but that's what I thought I heard. And it's at that moment that you kind of hear some smashing of objects happening in the music as well, which fits into the rhythm, which you hear again later on at the very end. So I really did think that that's what was happening, at least directly mentioned in the context of the song. But whether that's happening or not, there still is some objects being thrown, destroyed, smashed. Something's happening back there. And then, of course, the chorus and everything repeats itself. It says, the song only managed to chart in the UK, but remains a fan favorite and a staple of the band's live shows. The upbeat ska melody. The song's lyrics are narrated by Angelo Moore from the point of view of an older brother in the troubled family. I wonder if this is autobiographical from his point of view, or if this was just a story. Kind of reminds me of Suzanne Vega with Luca. Let's see. The music video, that's fine. American Perception, that's cool. Okay, so no other information. I was surprised because I would be curious to see if this was written, fictional or non-fictional. But I don't see anything here necessarily that lends any credence to either one. Either way, really good song though. Really, I love a song with good contrast, whether it's upbeat music and darker lyrics or vice versa. And I think that this track pulls it off really, really nicely. Let's move on into the next one, which is Question of Life. Every song on here is probably going to be just
the planets bleed. But I was just a humble man and fear got in his sight. The light rose from my soul. I began to hold into my chest. Will I not pass the test? You must visit a P&A, but we out dance for freedom's sake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Tie the shoelace of life in place to change the mind from a negative state. Yeah.
Oh, can we get that drum break again? That was a cool moment.
Rose from my soul. I began to hold into my chest. Will I not
nice build up.
pass the test? Will I not pass the test? The angel began to say to me, as the roses set me free, set me free. You must cite this throughout the land, or else you will be snuffed in cans.
It's got that catchy riff back and forth. Space.
You mustn't dodge the light. You must curb the vulture. You must do or die. Wow, I was shaking. Wow, I was shaking. Shake, 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 shake.
Okay. Man, I wish I looked at the exact timestamp that it happened. That one little drum moment where it broke out, we got the quick splashes and frenzied hi-hats that went off in that little bit of space. I would have loved some more moments like that in this track. This track has a really nice back and forth in its complexity between, kind of like the build up in the verse and then going off and allowing space for example, those little key ditty to come in, that little melody, or the horn blast. Like, it has a lot of back and forth, and I like that. You know, a lot of back and forth between, like I said, space and filling it in with something. The melodies are catchy. The energy is sizzling on this one. If I'm being honest, I feel like I'm already being critiquing. This track doesn't live up to the first two. This one, we're only on the third track in, but it doesn't hit those same levels. It doesn't feel as catchy. It doesn't hit as hard, and yet at the same time, musically, like, it would just be really fun to hear them playlist, and I feel like they're just going off. But I wish I saw exactly when that little drum moment happened. I want to say it was around a minute, but I'm not quite sure. I like the little, get. This is like really steeped in ska. I wish I saw when that moment was. There. Right there. This is what I wanted. See, that was my favorite break away from everything, but there's several of those placed really intelligently in the music. So, like, conceptually, it all comes together. It's just, after listening to those first two tracks, I don't know what it is, but it doesn't hit the same. I saw the god spread his arms across the imperfected sky. The clouds rolled across the full moon, tattooed in the sky. For the eye tattooed in the sky judged the planet's plea. And I was just a humble man and feared God in his sight, the light. A question arose from my soul, a question I began to hold. A pitchfork pinned to my chest, will I not pass the test? What is the test and how do you pass? A disease of clouds formed over the sea, the angels cruising down so that I could see. The roses in his eyes he would give me, Lord. The new age, not the ice age, but the ice age was the last page. You must present a PMA, positive mental attitude. For we all dance for freedom's sake. So is that the test? To have a passing grade of your PMA? To tie the shoelace of life in place. To change the mind from a negative state. So maybe that's the test then. This is the test. Okay. The angel began to say to me, as the roses set me free, you must recite this throughout the land, or else you will be snuffed and canned. You mustn't wrong the right, you mustn't dark the light. You must dove the vulture, you must do or die. I like that. I like what the instructions here. You must dove the vulture. Even though I don't think a vulture is necessarily a bad thing. A vulture cleans up the dead, you need someone to clean up and stuff. Nothing wrong with that. I was shaking a question, shake. I was shaking, shaking. Gotta have that PMA. I've heard of PYT. Haven't heard of PY. I'm about to love you. PYT, pretty young thing. Oh, that's a good one. Okay. Let's move on to the next track, which is Pouring Rain. Here we go. The drums are really fantastic throughout the... Listen to the rhythm right there. Oh. With that emotional guitar already on top of it. The piano. See, we're back. Slow build up.
The sun will shine on brighter, and the wind will always blow. Some think life's a breeze, others feel love is sin.
Slow rise to the horns.
I found beauty in dancing stars. To you, your dreams may be a farce, and you think that you can't feel pain, and you think we can feel it all. Can you see?
This is the best track so far.
In the pouring rain, can you sing out? Can you sing out? He had one foot in the gutter, another on dry land. His ship itself without him. Across life's burning sands, he cried out in the distance, and no one heard a word. For a prophet's not respected in his own world. Can you sing out in the pouring rain? Can you sing out? Can you sing out?
This is the one.
All the things I've said,
This is the bass rising with this
and
voice.
all these things, and all these things I've said that you doubt and disbelieve are shoved back in your face by the spite of mankind's greed. Those to close your eyes and the rest of the world will bleed. You chose to close your eyes and the rest of the world will bleed.
We can ride this groove for a while.
And you sing out in the pouring rain. Can you sing? Shoot do 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 do. Shoot 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 do do do.
It is so perfect that after a track that I didn't care for that much and left me wanting, that we get a track that's only 4 in, but I would say right now is my favorite track so far. And I'm so glad it's the longest track on the album, a little over 5 minutes. Pouring Rain is just a slow brewed reggae cool down just jam of a track with some really great vocals and musical performance from everyone involved. From the very beginning, I know that this is a track that I'm going to enjoy. 5 seconds is all I need. You get a really cool little drum fill that coolly breezes you in. You get the bass that sets you up on a really great rhythm already. Bass, by the way, is performed by John Norwood Fisher, and I love the way he plays throughout this track. He is grooving, slow brewing this particular dark, nice, rich cup of coffee. The horns, I love that slow rise. That's going to, obviously, like I said, Angelo is performing sax here. But I also have trumpet played by Walter Kibbe II. And trombone from Chris Dowd, who's also handling the keyboard work. Just excellent. Just excellent. And then you have that guitar riff that also hops on and starts us off. It's just bringing us in to this particular scenery, to this particular island, and laying out our drink, laying out our towel, laying out all of our preparation so we can just sit back, relax, and enjoy this track. That's what I feel, and that's what I hear when I'm listening to this one. And throughout, we have those little moments that make it like just really great to listen to. Little drum fills, the keyboard and the piano moments. There's a little bit of moment in the beginning that kind of brings in a darker energy. Maybe not darker, but like just a little weight perhaps to it before it kind of lightens things up as it moves on. But the message and the lyrics also bring about something a little bit more weighty to me. And I think that the way that the band just performed this track is excellent. After the first 3 tracks are like very energetic, this is the one to cool us off. As the first 3 tracks were the heat, this is that pouring rain to cool us down and to lower the temperature a little bit. This is my favorite track on the album so far. I know we're not far, but at this point, and I would love to add this to my personal playlist, of which I just did. Let me skip ahead into it a little bit. Like, let me see if I can find it. Wow, perfect. All right, this little bit of a hits, right? To break it up, the ambience, the space rather. And the way that they bring it back in here, and the way that the horn plays is different now when it came in after that than the way it was playing before. And it's such a subtle change, but it works really well in kind of elevating the music, but not so much that it becomes, maybe like the first 2 tracks. No, stay in its lane, just build off of what you've already got going on. And I think that the band does a fantastic job with that. This was good. The sun will shine on brighter and the wind will always blow. Some think life's a breeze, others feel love is sin. I found beauty in dancing stars. To you, your dreams may be a farce. And you think that you can't feel pain, and you think we can't feel at all. Like them versus us kind of thing. Can you sing out in the pouring rain? Can you sing out? Can you sing out? Like everyone feels pain the same way. Everyone feels things the same way. Maybe your beliefs maybe make you look at others a certain way, but we all feel the same things. That's how I read this. We all have to endure the pouring rain. He had one foot in the gutter, another on dry land. His ship sailed without him across life's burning sands. He cried out in the distance, and no one heard a word, for a prophet's not respected in his own world. A prophet is only respected in the future, if he's right. Right? I think that's exactly what it means. A prophet's not respected in his own world. He's only respected a time later when the future looks back and says, oh, I guess he was right. Or he was wrong and everybody forgets him. And all the things I've said and all these things and all things I've said that you doubt and disbelieve, he's saying he's the prophet in a sense, are shoved back in your face by the spite of mankind's greed. He's calling out different things in his day, saying, hey, if these aren't fixed, it's going to come back to bite us, and on a mankind global level. You chose to close your eyes, and the rest of the world will bleed. Like you chose to ignore it, you chose not to listen, and now the world bleeds. Can you sing out in the pouring rain? Can you sing? A little bit of scatting happening in the end. This is a really fantastic one. This is the standout so far. I'm imagining that, well, I guess the next track is only a minute long. I was going to say I imagine the next track's going to get us right back into that, energetic ska, but there's only one way to find out. I'll probably let the next 2 go together, which is going to be Deep Inside and then Mighty Long Way, since the next one's only a minute long, so might as well just let them run together.
Rich ass, high class. Don't bother me and I won't realize your crime.
We really jumped ship.
You can't rock out because you ain't the kind. Well, if you were on the other side of the fence, or maybe you'd understand.
It's like a train.
You out with my wrong look, 'cause I just got the feeling, man. Brainwash, you're lost. Your blindness can't be helped anyway.
I don't know if I see the previous
Your
track.
cash, my clash. It makes me able to say. It makes me able to say. You got the prestige status. You got the majority mass. Plus you got a bend by General Motors and a Tonka toy dump truck up your ass. You never look the way I feel. You never bother look in my eyes. 'Cause I got a feel something in my bones. And it's taking over deep inside. It's taking over. It's taking over.
This is like them going pump. Okay, let me briefly at least talk about that one. I thought honestly, I thought it was going to be an instrumental interlude into the next track. This is, to me, this is completely throwing away the mood, the feelings of the previous track, and they have jumped tenfold further into past the funk rock direction, past the ska direction. To me, this is them going into punk territory now. They've put one foot into the punk field at this particular point, and I don't particularly care for I don't particularly care for like this kind of sound, this kind of speed, to be honest. Sometimes I like it. Some punk bands, as we've noticed, I enjoy, but some I don't. It's still kind of a new thing for me in totality, and I can't say I loved this. I love the mood of the previous track, and so like I'm kind of stuck in there. This one, but it's a quick little heavy hitting ditty. And the riff is fun. I'll say that. The guitar riff is fun, especially the end when it kind of grinds it up a little bit. And then I feel like this would be one of those quick fun tracks for the band to perform on stage where they're just all jumping on. And like this is like a break intermission kind of track. Rich ass, high class, don't bother me and I won't realize your crime. Two-face, you're out of place. You can't rock out because you ain't kind. Well, if you were on the other side of the fence, well, maybe you'd understand. I may freak you out with my raw look because I just got the feeling, man. Brainwash, your loss, your blindness can't be helped anyway. Your cash, my clash. Is that a Clash reference? It makes me able to say, you got the prestige status, you've got the majority mass. You've got to blunder my General Motors Tonka toy dump truck up your bum. You'll never look the way I feel. You'll never feel the look in my eyes. Because I've got the feeling swimming in my bones, and it's taking over deep inside. It's taking over deep inside. He's got the spirit. I don't know what it's the spirit of, but he got it. Let's listen to the next track here, which is Mighty Long Way. Let's see where this one goes. It's either going to be even... I think it's going to go back to the ska direction, I think. Let's see. That gets hard. That kind of sounds like Reeling in the Years. See it again, right? A little bit. That's fun.
Cloudy sky with the soul in the heavens cry. My life is like a rolling stone up and down the hill. I break my ass like a windowsill, and if I had to do it all by myself, be a threat to my mental health. Well, and there's no need to run and hide when folks are by your side.
This is the epitome of fun. Just wait to put in, put out. I like the horns hitting around the guitar solo. Very sharp.
Believe me
this track to me is the one that really feels like it could have been a radio single. It hits all the high marks and the characteristics of the band. You got the horns, which are just blasting with fun applause. You have a really nice guitar solo in here, which, let me get the personnel list up here again. Kendall Jones handling guitar. And I really like how his guitar really just rips through everything at the back half of this track. And then while his guitar solo is happening, you still, of course, have a lot of the vocalizations and the singing happening. It's kind of like all the band is very much heavily involved. But I really like how the horns come back in, kind of just like splashing colors. Like, this is a stupid thing. This is just how I view it. Guitar solo is painting. The horns are throwing splattered colors across that painting. And it seems like it not necessarily would clash, but like it makes you look at it and hear it a different way when those horns come in, blasting amongst the guitar solo. Because maybe at first you're like, the horns back off a little bit. But no, they actually add a lot to it. And I really enjoy. I love the keys back in the background in here as well. They kind of sound like a marimba at certain points or something playing like that kind of steel drum sound to an extent, but not so far in that direction. But I like how this whole thing has this really fun back and forth rhythm. It's one of those songs that the rhythm, like you da da, like you step in and out with it. Like it's not a swing, it's a step in and it's a step out, or it's a hop. And I think that this is, to me, like the most fun song, the most catchy single that it could have been on the album. I don't see that this was a single from the band. I'm looking really quickly on their Wikipedia page. Singles. Okay, singles. Freddy's Dead, Ma and Pa, Change, and One Day. So this was not a single, but this really does feel like it really could have been. And I feel like this one could have kind of gone the distance, not to make a pun out of it, but I don't know. There's just something about it. I feel like it could have made some waves, radio waves to be specific. Said I'm shaking in my shoes sometimes, and all alone I get the blues sometimes. And I'm far away from home, it seems so far away. Many moons and many days. Many things are on my mind. I search and search for answers I can't find. Then my people I seek, they listen when I speak. Believe me when I say, me and my friends go a mighty long way. Yeah. See, like even the lyrics are positive. Me and my friends, we go way back. We go a long way. There's nothing that can make this bond to break, and if it comes along, it must be strong. Believe me when I say, me and my friends go a mighty long way. Will I look into the cloudy sky and cleanse my soul as the heavens cry? My life might like a rolling stone up and down the hills. It breaks my butt like a windowsill. Never heard of a windowsill breaking, but I guess if you slam it down hard enough, it'll break. And if I had to do it all by myself, there would be a threat to my mental health. But there's no need to run and hide when folks are by my side. Like, doesn't this just scream fun, happy-go-lucky, positive single to you? And the lyrics repeat from there. And I don't know, of course, but I would think that he's probably writing about his bandmates. I would think so. Which, by the way, looking at Chris Dowd, it made me think of, isn't it Chris O'Dowd, who's the actor from IT Crowd and other projects? Anyways, let's move on to the next Let's move on to the next track, which is Bonin' in the Boneyard.
Oh my.
What do you want? Why don't you leave me alone?
Oh, this is a Halloween track. Bass. Slapping that thing. Oh, the bass is just slapping a bass stone. That kind of reminds me of Zappa. The grown yard. You did not say grown in the grown yard. It's a bass show off. Is that a cat? What in the pet cemetery was that? Did you hear that? In the end, there was a cat. There was definitely a cat. There's three bees in this thing. Base, bone in the boneyard, and he did say groaning in the groan yard. This track is to me nothing more than a really fun showcase of the bass performance by John Norwood Fisher. This is his song to make. This is his song to take. And where does he take us? But to the boneyard, to the groan yard, he takes us there. That he is slapping that thing. He's slapping that thing, bringing the dead to life, and yeah, bringing them to other places. I love how heavily aggressive and rhythmic this is, though. This is taking, that funk aspect and taking it to the heaviest and weighted of levels. Just how aggressive it is. The drums performed Philip Fisher. I love how he brings the double bass at the end of each of those bars there to really bring home that fast slapping bass. And if you don't mind, I gotta be careful how I type this, but I just want to see like at least part of a live performance, if we can find one, because I would really like to see his bass playing on this one. Let's go ahead and look at what's the quality on this one. This will be good. Hopefully the quality is good on this one. I'm not playing the whole song. I just want to see some of that bass. We're really acting up. No. I want to see. I came for the bass playing. Here's. Look at him. I love the energy of the band though. I love the energy. I really just I specifically want to see the bass playing though. I specifically want to see that. I enjoy the little bit the performance there. But I want at least a little bit of good quality of the bass. What a decent quality video though. Maybe this one. Let's see if this might be something. Like, nothing against the rest of the band. It's just this, to me, this really feels like a bass showcase. I would really like to see. I'm surprised that there's not like a, you know, like strictly a video of just like either a solo from the bassist or like something like that. We might be drawing a blank here. Got one more chance. One more chance. I can hear him. I hear him doing his thing. I just really want to see him. We're not going to really focus on him, are we? I see him slapping. That's. I love the style. I love the. I just want to. I really want to see the bass. All right. Well, I couldn't find that. I don't want to take too much time away. But regardless, the bass is chef's kiss. Lyrics. There's really not much to look at. Got this feeling. Oh, I got this feeling from the ocean. Yeah, I got this feeling. Got me boning. Got me moaning in the grown yard. Got me boning in the boneyard. There you go. All right, let's move. Let's move on to the next track, which is going to be One Day. Here we go. Who are we? Mary Shelley. Whatever her last name is. Frankenstein. You know what I'm talking about. Oh, that bass is walking you around the town. I love the guitar hustling and bustling around the bass.
Waiting for the one day, everybody waiting for the one day. Waiting for the one day, everybody wait.
We're waiting in restaurants over there. We are waiting in cars somewhere over there. We are waiting in bathrooms around here. We are waiting in bars that we have seen here.
Waiting for the one day, waiting for the one day. Yeah.
Waiting for.
Waiting for the one day, waiting for the one day. Yeah.
Waiting for.
Waiting for the one day,
Look how cool these
waiting for
vocals
the
are.
one day. Yeah.
Waiting for.
Waiting for the one day, waiting for the one day. Yeah. Waiting for the one day, everybody waiting for the one day.
It's catchy too.
Waiting for the one day, everybody wait.
Waiting in boot camps in the country somewhere. Waiting in front of TVs in living rooms somewhere around here. Waiting in heaven somewhere up there. Waiting in hell somewhere down there.
Waiting for the one day, waiting for the one day. Yeah.
Waiting for.
Waiting for the one day,
we take? Where are we going? Where are we going? That was setting you up for guitar solo. Heavy. This is another track in which the first few seconds, for me, gives me everything I need to know. Cool riff. Little kind of electronic guitar coming in, right? This one takes a little bit longer. But hear me out. Right there. This time the guitar is what starts us off. And I would say that the guitar is kind of the star throughout this track. This is once again a very cool vocal track. For the most part. Cool vocal track. Living with the one day, lived in the one day. Like it just swings you. It's melodic. It hooks you in. But then on the other side of that, you also have. I'm sure it's I couldn't tell you who's singing both. I know more is going to be involved, but other band members are credited with vocals as well. And I like how you have that cool vocal of the one day, of course, juxtaposed with the later part of the more fiery kind of delivery that's handled on the back end there. Like, I like that juxtaposition. I like how it contrasts really nice with each other. And you kind of have a similar thing happening instrumentally. Because the initial groove here that we just listened to, cool. It moves really nicely, flows, once again, hooks you in. Change that with how it is later on, especially, I don't know exactly what minute, but when that big guitar riff comes in. So, right there. With the tick-tocking of the rhythm back there. That is anthemic. That is sonically satisfying, and that tells you that something big is coming. Now, I thought that riff would have continued on and maybe played around that in some capacity, but that riff comes in for a quick flag raise, and then it comes down into a fiery solo, completely different from the cool setup in the beginning. Now, the musical landscape is set ablaze, and I thought that was really cool, that diversity and how that's handled, that contrast from the beginning, which sets you up very cool, very funky. And then the ending, which is still cool, still funky, but this time a little bit more fiery edge to it. Like I said, also bringing in that changed delivery that happens there. But this one to me is all about the guitar. Kendall Jones once again on here. This one is really cool as well. I enjoyed the bass playing too, because like the bass starts off with the guitar, not the focal point. The guitar is the focal point, but I like how it's still a point to be made. Let's look at these lyrics. Waiting for the one day. Are we waiting for the one day? We are waiting in restaurants over there. Get it? Waiting in restaurants. We're waiting in cars somewhere over there. You even hear some traffic happening through here. We are waiting in bathrooms around here. We are waiting in bars that we have seen here. Waiting for the one day. Waiting for the one day. Waiting in boot camps in the country somewhere. Waiting in front of TVs in living rooms somewhere around here. Waiting in heaven. Somewhere up there. Waiting in hell. Somewhere down there. Everywhere we're waiting for that one day. The time has come for revelation. Masculine. This is when those vocals come in. A bit more heavy-handed in their delivery. Revelation, masculination. Oh, question marks. Salvation, excitation, feminization. The time is gone for desegregation, privatation. Shut up. Waiting for the one day. Waiting for the one day. It's very catchy. It's very, very catchy. I'll give it that. And I love the guitar playing through in this one. Let's hit the next track here, which is only 1 minute and 30 seconds long, Subliminal Fascism, which will, unless I feel like talking about it, we'll let that lead into the next track, which is Slow Bus Movin'. We'll see. Might be another quick punk track. Seems like it. Yeah, a little merry-go-round.
People got problems that they can't work out, so the sense cracks. I read the paper and I watch the news. It don't give me the blues, it just gives me the blacks. Starvation on the radio, they don't pay the facts, they pay the cracker jacks. Subliminal fascism, getting under your skin, so you better wake up, US.
Fast roll.
Well, the bag is worse than fucked up. And the hate grows more each day. So when the infected try to affect you, don't listen to them when they say, follow the rules and forget the bomb, communistic or patriotic. The plan is subtle, but it's in the open. Kingpin's Nazi scheme. Getting under your skin, so you better wake up, US.
That is a fast drum roll. I like that vocal too. Okay, I gotta talk about this one at least briefly. If I was to compare this track to the previous one, Deep Inside, both of them kind of being those minute tracks basically, this one is miles ahead. This one, like, the sound is more refined. I know, like, previous on Deep Inside, to me, it's kind of closer to just a straightforward kind of punk song. So some of those nuances, those characteristics of the band may be a little bit less pronounced. Here, they're in full regale, and I love the sounds. I love the merry-go-round carnival sound that kind of circles around the track on the keys. And they got a lot of that. The very fast drum roll. Like, very fast drum roll. Once again, that's Fish handling that. Keyboards, Chris Dowd. I just think that's so cool how that revolving sound happens in this track, bringing a fun, like I said, kind of carnival-esque kind of flair to the song, while still remaining very punchy, very direct, very like aggressive, and still leaning more towards that punk side of things. Gone are the ska and the reggae S tones. No. We're just hitting hard. And this one hits a lot harder. I think that if we were to compare the two short tracks, did I just do a surfer? We're going with this one for sure. People got problems that they can't work out, so their sense cracks. I read the paper and I watched the news. It don't give me the blues, it just gives me the blacks. Starvation on the radio, they don't play the facts, they play the Cracker Jacks. Man, when I was a kid, I remember getting Cracker Jacks. What did it have inside? What did Cracker Jacks have inside? It was like, was it a sticker or something? When I was a kid, Cracker Jacks were kind of on the way out, so I didn't have a lot of time with them. So forgive me if my memory's not memorying, but can't remember exactly. Subliminal Fascism, getting under your skin, so you better wake up, US. And they just repeats this, gets on it. Well, the bad gets worse, too messed up, and the hate grows more each day. So when the infected try to affect you, come on, guys. When the infected try to effect you, who wrote this? Don't listen to them when they say, follow the rules, forget the bomb. Communistical, patriotic, the plan is subtle, but it's in the open. Kingpin's Nazi scheme, getting under your skin, so you better wake up, US. Subliminal fascism. Fascism. When this was written, 1988. All right, let us move on to the next track here, which is going to be, as previously mentioned, Slow Bus Movin', Howard Beach Party. Let's dive on in. That riff reminds me of something. I can't tell you what.
Born in the 1940s, my parents couldn't hope. Etsy King was on a march for power and truth. Black power.
country western kind of sound.
New business suits. Dance, dance, dance.
Stricken with determination to rise above a slave, the mailmen use fire hoses to spray the monkeys back in their cages. To spray the monkeys back in their cages.
We are getting a nice diversity. See, it makes it
Round
right.
and around we go. Buses going mighty slow. Brothers in the backseat, cops in the front. People getting hostile, wanna kill someone.
I love the western sound of this.
Well, the overlords thought it would be a good deed to mix the black with the white. But if you're a fly in the buttermilk, they'll chase y'all through the night. So go ahead and burn your cross and wake up women in the night. Cause the tables will turn when your cream-coated daughter will be my wife.
Round and around we go. Buses going mighty slow. Brothers in the backseat, cops in the front. People getting hostile, wanna kill someone.
What a cool sound that they've gone for here. Excellent. Okay, really quickly. So this song is obviously talking about race relations in the U.S., especially between blacks and whites, right? Cool. Love that. Love what they're putting down the lyrics. The music, however, is to me in a way doing the exact same thing, talking about interrelations and how that would go and how it has gone. And the music here is clearly like moving into like a country western kind of style, especially with the rhythm, the melody. It really is moving west, and I think that that's a great sound, right? However, I really only noticed it near the end of this track. The vocalizations and the singing that he's doing kind of remind me of like the spirituals that like the slaves would sing. And so you have, this country western music, which predominantly, at least I'm just thinking, stereotypically is like a white genre, so to speak. And then spirituals, which was sung by slaves, African slaves. And the mixing of that together in the music is the same way that they're focusing on that in the lyrics. And I think that is brilliant.
Please clap.
I could, of course, be reaching, but that's one of the first things I thought of. And I think that this was so cool how they use that musical direction to really pronounce what they're talking about, the underlying themes of what they've worded here. I think that that's absolutely wonderful. I love what they're singing, how they sing it. I love how everything kind of, musically, this is a lot more restrained than some of the previous songs, than most of the previous songs, I would say. And I think that's because they're really trying to focus and hone in a little bit more on the lyrics in this one. And it's not even a lot, but it's effective. Born in the 1940s, my parents couldn't vote. X and King were on the march for power, true, black power that is. Panthers and their attitudes sport fresh new business suits, yeah, stricken with determination to rise above a slave. The Mayo men used their fire hoses to spray the monkeys back in their cages. Round and around they go, the bus is going mighty slow. Brothers in the back seat, cocks in the front. People are getting hostile, want to kill someone. Okay, can I say the bus is going mighty slow? Obviously, we're talking about the bus and the segregation that was happening back then. Blacks in the back of the bus, and then white people in the front. Obviously, that's the first thing you think of, and of course, all the unfortunately, the civil rights and the movements and the back and forth that happened there, the leaders of that. But I also view the bus. He says the bus is going mighty slow. I think that bus is progress. I think that that's the bus. And I think the bus he's using as life. There's people of all types in the bus of life, in the bus of the world. We're all in the same bus and we're all moving to the same place. We don't need to be separated. Put us all together because we're in this bus together. And I think that's what that represents. Progress. Well, the overlords thought it would be a good deed to mix the black in with the white, but if you're a fly in the buttermilk, they'll chase you all through the night. So go ahead and burn your cross, rape our woman in the night, because the day will come when your cream-coated daughter is going to be my wife. Like, stop hating on us. Just let us all get along. That's it. Let us all get along. Now, Howard Beach Party. Let's see how... I'm just taking you off the screen while I Google. I wonder how that fits into things, because if I click... If I rather Google Howard Beach Party, I'm actually not seeing a lot. Maybe this is something every July 4th, John Gotti threw a raucous block party. Is that what this relates to? I don't know if that's it or not. I don't know if that's what it doesn't, I don't see anything necessarily. I'm trying to see if there's like some historical relevance to the Howard Beach Party part, but I'm not seeing anything immediately as I look around. So I'm sure they may be, but I don't see anything, at least on a quick glance, on a quick Google search. Let's move on to the next track here, which is going to be Ghetto Soundwave. Here we go. Horns to cool it off.
There's another cry of murder. Policemen shoot down baby brother. Shut him down in the street. But did they know the mother's grief? Were they sure they got the right one? And did they know it was her only son?
That's a fun guitar riff. That's a very fun.
Father tries to feed his family. They come here to find their opportunity. Living in the streets with their dreams and with their humility. Can we see all the pain and hurt? They love this land maybe more than us. Yeah.
I like how that country riff inserts itself in here. And he scats in line with the horn.
It's a ghetto sound way down. It's to me every day. It's a ghetto sound way down. It's to me every day. Another bourgeois politician is out pleased but does not listen. Never sees the need. But caters only to his greed. Can't he see there's no use in lying?
Love that part.
And don't he know all our hope is dying?
That's the breakaway. And that synth chopping it up on the keys too. Oh, the horns have changed there. They're warping. I'm really enjoying the band's approach to socially conscious lyrics with either, upbeat, bouncy ska material like in this track, or like, previously. Like, I think that they do that very, very well. I love that crunchy granola-like guitar riff that's in here. They start to pitch bend at the end. The horns kind of acting as, if I'm going to keep going along with this analogy, the yogurt. It's nice and creamy. And then the singing and the rest of the delivery is smooth sailing there. But can I tell you one of the coolest things in here? I think it was near the end. Let me go over the lyrics because I'm going to tie this all together. There's another cry of murder. Policeman shoot down baby brother. Shot him down the street. But did they know the mother's grief? Were they sure they got the right one? And did they know he was her only son? Like, was it worth the taking the chance? I think we got him. Are you sure? A father tries to feed his family. They come here to find the opportunity. Living in the streets with their dreams and their humility. Can't we see all the pain and hurt? They love this land, maybe more than us. I think that is such a great stanza there. A family coming in, immigrating into this place. They have dreams, they want to live. They're living in the streets. They're starting the rock bottom, and I love how he says maybe they love the land more than us. I think that's just a really wonderful line. It's a ghetto sound wave, gets to me every day. I like how he says it gets to him every day. It's connecting to him, right? This is, I'm imagining, in some sense autobiographical or something. Maybe he grew up in the ghetto or in a harder part of town, and so he's connected to that. And there's a wonderful sense of community, I think, like in those parts of town that I think often gets underlooked or overlooked rather. And I love that connection. I like how he sees it. He says it gets to me every day, but it doesn't get to everyone else, right? Another bourgeois politician hears our pleas but doesn't listen. Never sees the need, but caters only to his greed. Can he see there's no use in lying? And don't he know all our hope is dying? Our hope is dying. Our hope is dying. This is the part. I'm going to see if I can find it really quick. But in this song, when he says our hope is dying, the music actually starts to kind of die. So perfect. Find it. The horns are warped. They all pitch down now. Not only pitching down means, of course, coming down. Your hope is going down. But just musically, it just has such a neat, dissonant, and manipulated effect in the music that so perfectly moves in and connects with the music, right? Before, the horns are lively, energetic, stepping. But then at this point, that's just once again, a brilliant way of connecting music with lyrics and the underlying themes, and directly with lines that he's singing. I heard that, and I just thought that was a very intelligent and creative use of production and sound and manipulation within the track itself. Just a really great way of doing things, and the lyrics repeat from there till the end. I think that's really cool. What a brilliant way to do that and to bring that sound and lyrics to life here in this track. And I totally forgot to, I mentioned it. If you'll allow me to like swing back really quick in time before we end this video, I totally forgot to mention, but it was Mighty Long Way, right? Yeah. Mighty Long Way. I mentioned it when the song started, but just to reiterate, because I forgot to go over it again, doesn't it kind of sound like Reeling in the Years a little bit, the guitar? You be the judge. Let's move on into the final track of the album, Change.
There's a light on the hill that's far out in the distance, and it calls out my name. It calls out for a change. Faraway voices that want their own choices sigh for a plea as it calls out for a change. Ooh, change. Ooh, bellows out bitter winds. Youth cry out for the day, strength to cry out for a change. Yet it seems clear to me, it pounds inside my soul. Why don't we all see we can cry out for change? Ooh, change. Ooh, change. Ooh. We can't change today. We can't change today. We can't change today. Deep inside our hearts,
I like that
there's a
little
love you can
for the
feel
horn.
it. It's a love that assures we can cry out for a change. The dark clouds that did dance, the blue skies here before me, make it plain to my eyes. We can cry out for a change. Ooh, change. Ooh, change. Ooh.
Such an 80s sound. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Fishbone, full album reaction, Truth and Soul. Ending with a nice, once again, socially conscious whisper, a little bit of hope after, the kind of hopeless ghetto sound wave and the lack of hope that was happening there, which we heard in the sound, but also in the lyrics as they felt. But here we do have a little bit of a gleam of hope. I like how everything is really stripped back in this one. Soulful singing comes through really nicely. I really like the ambient keys and synths that are kind of playing around. You have some of those like 80s horn sounds that kind of bleed into this one, which on one hand, it adds like this kind of dated cheesy factor to it that almost doesn't fit. And yet at the same time, I can't help but feel it does fit really nicely. I like how it's kind of different than maybe what I would expect out of a sound to come through in such a sentimental song like this. Like I said, his singing is beautifully emotional, very bare. The guitar, no more fun chords and dilly-dallying and bouncy ska. No. Pull it back into something much more reined in and acoustic, and just let the emotion and the soul speak from this point into the end. And I think that this is a wonderful way to end this album. And I think it really gets the message across as well, as we've had a lot of messaging on the album. And that's a nice way to end it in a final way. There's a light on a hill that's far out in the distance, and it calls out my name. It calls out for a change. Faraway voices, they want their own choices, sign or sigh for a plea as it calls out for change. And I love the way he says, ooh, change, and then the last part just kind of trails off and holds it a little bit longer. To the root of mankind, it bellows out bitter winds. Youth cry out for today, strength to cry for a change. Really great line. Yet it seems clear to me, it pounds inside my soul. Why don't we all see we can cry out for a change? We all have the power to change, right? It's like I always say, make the change. Starts with yourself, expand it into your neighbor, and before you know it, that positivity, that change can really be widespread. Deep inside our hearts, there's a love, you can feel it. It's a love that assures we can cry out for a change. The dark clouds that did dance to the blue skies here before me, make it plain to my eyes, we can cry out for a change. Ooh, change. Like the dark clouds were there, and they danced before him, like he says, but now there's blue skies, which means there's a chance for change. Things can change and move on and progress in a positive and a beautiful way. This was a really cool album, and it was really cool to hear all the different styles that they hit. My favorite track, no doubt, really easily, is Pouring Rain. I would say below that, I would go Ma and Pa. And then finally, I would say, I was stuck here looking at Bone in the Boneyard. Slow Bus Moving. I would say those are my top 3 tracks of the album. But Pouring Rain to me is very, very easily my favorite. Like it's up here, and the rest of them are like right, but like pouring rain. I thought it was just an absolutely brilliant track. Ayumu, thank you so much for the recommendation. Thank you so much for the overwhelming support as well. I really, really appreciate that. It helps a great deal. And as always, thank you all for being here. If you don't mind pressing that like button, if you didn't in the beginning, you can do so now. You can be like Ayumu and sponsor songs if you'd like. You know, to buy me a coffee. Go ahead and press that like button once again if you don't mind. If you haven't subscribed, you can go ahead and do that if you'd like. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your day. Come back tomorrow, and I will see you all later. Bye, guys.